Okay. I think I'm live. Hello, everyone. Coach Jay here. All right, we are going to talk about what it means to be overwhelmed in business. So much going on. Okay, I want to make sure the camera's not spotty. Okay. So hope everyone is doing awesome. Uh-oh. Let's see what's happening. Hope everyone is doing amazing. And it is currently, what is this, Monday? Monday the 17th. Aquarian energy is potent. A lot going on. But it's all good. You have to stay the path. Uh-oh. There we go. Let's see. Who is live? If you're watching live, comment live. If you are watching the replay, comment replay. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Okay. So I have some notes that I am going to share with you guys about being overwhelmed in business, because I think that as we begin to look at the scope of where we are and where everything is, we really need to start having some internal conversations with ourselves. As you can see that everything is loud. I'm going to just get on here and say a few things, and then I'm going to get off because we have so many things that we need to be doing right now. And this is really just going to come down to choice and having courage. Okay. Choice and having courage. You have to be confident. Okay. So let's just start here. If you're watching live, comment live. If you're watching the replay, comment replay. Okay. So one of the things when we are overwhelmed with business, okay, we can really start feeling disconnected from the excitement of starting a business, the excitement that we once had when we decided to start our businesses, especially when there is a lot of decision fatigue, there's a lack of structure, there's a lot of misalignment. There is a lot of an overwhelming with trying to follow all the trends, trying to follow what everybody else is doing, what it looks like is working for someone else. You're trying to see if it works for you when you don't know how long this person has been testing a certain method, a certain framework. And so what it's doing is that it's exhausting a lot of like coaches and consultants, content creators, course creators from showing up. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to slow down, to speed up. I'm not saying slow down to the point of stopping, but you have to understand that, yes, I want you to move, right? I want you to constantly kind of move, but when you get to a place where you're moving and there is no intent, there is no aim, there is no attention to, there's no attention to an actual end goal. Okay, and attention to end goal. What is happening is that you are becoming overwhelmed to the point where burnt out, right? Burnt out starts to become a part of what you're doing. So as a high level thinker, the pressure to execute everything at one time is definitely causing friction. So you need to, whatever you're doing, you need to do it and focus on doing just that one thing. That's the only thing that matters. Okay. So you may have to take a full CEO day or a half CEO day, depending on your capacity, depending on where you're at in your business. You need to do nothing but think. You need to be able to strategize. You need to be able to get clear. And you need to figure out what is draining me in my business. Am I on too many platforms at one time? Am I trying to keep up and just focus on content? Do I need to automate some things, right? So when it comes down to automations, like putting emails in place, maybe automating some of your posts, you need to be able to schedule these things out. Because the thing is that if you're looking at all the overwhelming things you have going on, you're going to feel heavy. You're going to feel super heavy. So you need to check if your business is supporting your personal values. So is your business supporting the lifestyle that you either are living in right now or that you desire to live in? Is it pulling you in a direction that you actually don't want? Make sense? Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me? Because I know how we can get overwhelmed. So the mindset shift that you really need right now is about understanding that slowing down to get back to what's important in your business is a part of your strategy. It's a part of it because you need to reconnect with what is important to you. Number 2, you need to reconnect what actually excites you about your business. What parts of your business do you actually like? What do you love? Many times people say, I just love spending time with my clients. I love to see them win. Those are all great. And I think you need to understand that if you want to keep that same feeling, you need to consistently fuel your business with more clients that you love to see win. Make sense? This is good. This is good. Another thing that we need to think about is what feels outdated. What feels outdated? What doesn't feel, aligned? Maybe you're, tired of certain offers that you're doing. Maybe it's certain courses that just doesn't resonate. Maybe it's the certain type of client that you're bringing in. Some of that needs to kind of, if you get to flush this stuff out. A lot of y'all are just kind of in this place of you're trying to keep things in your business because you've been doing it for so long. But it is time to do a little bit of refreshing. Okay, what is missing that would make you excited again? What do you need to do? What is it? Is it a different way that you need to work? Right? Is what strategies need to come back so that you can get back acquainted with the love of your business again? Because overwhelm is a feeling that can be corrected. You can go back to center. Okay. So if you're accepting that everything is overwhelmed, you're not going to do anything but spiral out. That's all you're going to do. Just going to spiral. And that don't make no sense. Okay. That doesn't make a lick of sense. Are y'all with me? I'm just trying to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Okay. All right. So the third thing that you need to do is that you need to simplify, especially when it comes down to overwhelming your business. You need to simplify and you need to prioritize. Simplify to prioritize. You can't do everything all at one time. Now, some things, have a creative flow, like you get excited about different classes that you're doing. But what is the one thing that will move the needle in your business? What needs your energy this quarter? What's the one thing that's going to move the needle in your business right now? One thing, like focus on one thing. If it's sales, you need to focus on sales. If it's marketing and sales, you need to choose like what am I going to prioritize in my day? Like if you know that right now you don't have any leads, you don't have any good leads, you don't have any quality leads, right? Quality leads, you need to focus in on, okay, I need to like increase my marketing. I need to get in front of new people some kind of way. What do I need to do to get in front of new people? How many people am I reaching every single day? Right? How many people am I, like when I post content, who, like how is it going out? Let me get the algorithm to be in my favor as opposed to the antithesis. All right. Next thing is restore the joy. Number 4, that's restore the joy. Bring back joy. Create space in your business where people can like see you having just a little fun. You probably need to kind of put some fun. You know, we've been in corporate America. Most of us have been. And sometimes they'll have things like team building just to kind of insert fun in our business. Maybe take the team out to lunch or take the team for a happy hour, etc. And they'll pay for everybody's food and all this kind of stuff. So it kind of boosts the morale of the company or boosts the morale of a certain team. It's kind of the same thing with you. You are in a company of one. So you need to, you know, boost up the way that you see your business. You need to kind of put a little bit of fun back in the game. Maybe give yourself permission to test something out that's new, right? So maybe a different type of content. Like this morning, I posted a piece of content to Drake's new song. I like Give Me a Hug. I do. I just do. I mean, I like Give Me a Hug. I said my new journaling music. You know, I switched it up a little bit, right? So next thing I want you to think about is, and this is kind of still in the realm of bringing joy in the business, back into the business, if you will, but you need to surround yourself with energy that fuels you every now and then. Like even if it means going to the coffee shop or going to a cafe, going to maybe some type of, if you know someone in your friendship circle or social circle, and maybe 1 to 2 of you all can get together and have a co-working session with each other. Like get around some additional energy so that you can feel like you're doing something productive and moving the needle forward in your life. And you have people around you that's kind of doing the same thing. And a lot of times we don't have networks. We don't have community. Entrepreneurs need community. Like you need that. Your business is, you know, can be a playground. If, you know, you could switch it up a little bit. It needs to be a place of structure and organization and forward movement, but it's also every now and then have fun in your business. It doesn't have to always feel this heaviness. Absolutely. Absolutely, Christina. She said co-working and meeting network contacts there. Absolutely. You never know who. You never know who you may run into. That's the truth. You never know who. These are all very important. I love this. I love it. And last but not least, like this particular, you know, when we get overwhelmed in business, I think you need to really revisit your why. Recommitting to that, like go back to where you first made the whys in your business, and maybe you need to graduate your why, because a lot of times our why is not even enough anymore. You know, some moms, I've heard, you know, women say that, oh, I started my business because of my kids, and then their kids are getting older and their kids don't even want the business. they don't even want it, right? And some people, you know, will identify like, even though my kids may not want my business, but I do it because I'm pushing myself because my kids are here and they deserve this, that, and the third. Now, as time grows, right, and you start to get into the space of trying to build and things of that nature, but then sometimes it's your children aren't even enough to get you out of bed sometimes because of the quote unquote what? Overwhelm, the stressors will come upon you. And if you're not careful, it would dictate to you about, maybe your why is not big enough. Maybe your kids are fine. Maybe you just need to do this and do that. And my nervous system is not regulated. But a lot of times it's because your why needs to graduate. Why did you start this business? The reason why you started the business may not be good enough to continue the business. So you need to probably add a new why, or you need to graduate the why. When you can reconnect with like the bigger mission, the small frustrations that come up in your business when that overwhelmed feeling hits, those small frustrations can fade. But when you get back to the heart of the business, when you get back to the joy of the business, the strategies, all of these things that you've been learning all over time, it can naturally align when you identify that why, and that why should invoke some type of that feeling of I could do this. I can do this. I'm staying in the game. I got this. I got this. So all of these things, everything that we're talking about is really getting you back to the place of where you first started. There was a TikTok video that went viral, and it was this guy, and I cried when I watched the video. It was a few days ago. And I just love to see people passionate about their work. So it was this guy had a food truck, and I think I reposted it if I'm not mistaken, but he had a food truck. And he had been live before, and he had probably no more than 5 to 10 people on his live. And he found that he was at 1 million likes, and he was shaking like, guys, I'm just a small business. I'm just a small food truck. And I said to myself, what if everybody went back to the origin of when they first started their passion? How excited, because everybody, usually, especially when you are all in on your business, literally you just show up with a different type of enthusiasm. And as time goes and how many clients you worked with, and you kind of get into the people side of the business more and more and more, and it starts to swallow up a lot of your rapport and the energy that you had. And you're like, man, I just don't know. I don't know if I want to do this. And you start to get into the roller coaster parts of business. Well, the thing is that because you've been able to mature in your business in so many ways, you can get to a place where you get burnt out on people and get burnt out on business, period. You're like, man, I'm so tired of posting content. I'm so tired of posting challenges and da, 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 da. But you have to remember, like, even when I started looking at coaches, I look at coaches that have been doing this for 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. Like they don't get tired of doing master classes. They don't get tired of doing 5-day challenges. They don't get tired of doing 7-day things. They don't get tired of investing in their dream, because this is the work that they have chosen to do. And you fight for it by any means necessary. And I just thought that was so cool. And I don't remember the man's I was called Dimples, something in ice cream, and it was in California. But his enthusiasm for people even just liking the live was absolutely amazing to me. I thought it was so cute, but at the same time, it was beautiful to see someone very passionate. Because when you're creating something from your mind, and it comes into fruition, it manifests outside of you, you're like, man, I did this. Like, I did this. This was all in my mind. And when you look at your entire life and how much you have grown over the years, you start to re-identify with your title, if you will, because it's a spiritual assignment. It's a spiritual title, if you will. You literally see yourself as an alchemist. You've been able to manifest a living from your mind, from the value and the intelligence and the intellect you've been able to push out there. So do not get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. You got to get back to the joy. Y'all here with me? And I will say this too. And look, another thing. Some of y'all are being called to evolve anyway. We're being called to evolve. If your body has been very tense, if you've been stressed, if you've been kind of back and forth with, your business, and you're like, man, with respect to everything that's going on in the world, if you will, it is a time for you to evolve. Some of us, okay, I'm going to put myself in there. Some of us have played it small for a while. We can't get, you can't get by playing small anymore. I think that this is one of the glory times in business where when the world challenges us spiritually to start thinking bigger, because things are seemingly looking as if it's getting tighter. I think that these are times where you are being pushed and primed and pressured, because diamonds they evolve over pressure. Okay, so you put that coal down there and you press it, and diamonds come. It's a crystallization of all these minerals, and the quality of that diamond is based on depth and it's based on size, all of that, right? It's the same thing with you. It's the same thing with you. A lot of us are being called to grow, to expand. And a lot of us are staying small because we're in survival mode. You got to get out of that. Feeling stuck or lost isn't a sign that your business is broken. It's really a call to evolve, y'all. Your strategy, the mindset, the nervous system, acting, all of that energy, it needs an upgrade to match your next level, because where you're going is far beyond where you have been. We've been very comfortable lately. I told y'all that. We've been very comfortable. So instead of forcing yourself to push through this little, I need you to take a step back. Okay? I need you to take a step back. I need you to refine some things, and I need you to reignite yourself. Everything that you have done is still there. Everything that you have yet to do is still there. Amen, somebody. A lot of the stuff that you really want to do, the things that you have done, you've been kind of playing around for the last couple of years, it's really time for us to go all in. And that's the truth. Evolution is calling for us to move forward. So if you could choose, one next step today to create clarity in your business, what would that be? What would that be? You need to journal that. Let's get you back in the power. You got to get back in your power. Okay. So if this is something that resonates with you, if this is something that you want to explore in, you need to hop into MCEO Leadership School. We have the application up on my stand store. We also have a way for you to work with us for 4 months, actually, for 4 months. And all you need to do is go to my stand store, check out my link, apply for our program. And then also, too, if you need third-party funding assistance or to support you, definitely check out the link. We do have a link for you to go after a firm or Afterpay, whatever those vendors can help you out with. Obviously, I don't see any credit decisions. I don't know. It doesn't give me any information, but that is something for you to try. I don't want you to give up just because of what you see out there. Reality is an illusion. It's all an illusion. So we have to do what it takes right now because we are worthy of it. But we are being called to think outside the box for sure. Okay? We got this. We got this. If this helped you, definitely feel free to subscribe. Make sure you share this video with a friend or two. And we're going on. We're going on. That's all I have for today. You see how quick that was? You see how quick that was? All right, y'all. Have a great rest of